that natural gas chart of Chris's and my previous chart, and then tomorrow I want to build out another Bitcoin related chart. So that's the plan, and then by the end of the week I want to have a total of 4 Bitcoin related built out, and then next week we'll test and retest them. And as far as homework, thanks for those that did bring the homework in, appreciate it. Sorry, AMD here, I got a 500, 300 minute. I hate this platform. I'm gonna have to get hotkeys set up for it. Volume's coming in here on the 5. Sorry, I don't have a choice. I have to do this. Comes the volume. How much time's left in this candle? 2 minutes and 21 seconds. Hugs to Monkey, yeah. He's a rock star. What do we got for time here? 2 minutes, coming up on 2 minutes. I just gotta try and clear this trade here quick. Minute and 50 seconds. Minute and 40 seconds. And 30. Comes the volume. There we go. Come on, let's see it. Just bring it, people. There it comes. Okay, we're into the last minute. Minute and 5 seconds. Here's the last minute. Show me some volume. Come on. Turn that volume green. $30 seconds. Dang, this is a tough stock to trade when it's not cooperating. Oh, here it goes. 15 seconds. Here we go. 5 seconds. Dang it. What a tough stock to trade. So much liquidity, that's the issue. Well, there it goes. Oh, shit. Okay, this is masterclass. I believe this is masterclass number 12, August 22nd, 2:20 p.m. I got to be out of here at 2:59 for a 3 o'clock meeting. I have AMD open at about, I think, 224 average, maybe 225, 226, something like that. Small trade on my day trade account, but it's also traded through on our other accounts. And I have that I'm thinking of adding to AMD. I should have just added. I would have been out by now. I'd added on this last pop here that I was supposed to add on. And then I'm in also VVC at 66.67. It's trading at 66.53. It's a very small trade. Same thing though, it's traded through on our investment platform and other accounts. So I'm more or less watching that one. Wow, I'm going to review. Chris, one of our members, did up a natural gas model, kind of a first gen model. Well, I guess like half of a first generation model, and I want to take a look at that. I want to take a look at the first gen model that I did. Well, they aren't even half. I mean, really, you need to back test them 60 months, and you have to do them on the different time frames. Then that's first generation. And it's funny because not funny, but I think Chris has well over 100 hours into this, so he's getting a feel for how much time is required. And I apologize because my bulldog is very active today. So VVC, let's take a quick look here. Nice. Ooh, I just got up to my buy point and then came off here like magic. Buggers. AMD is threatening to get lift here. So, okay, so it's out of the corner of my eye. So the other plan is, yeah, so natural gas, look at development of this first gen attempt from one of our students, and then, oh, and we have tropical thunder rolling in, which means that our power might go out. If our power goes out, I'm not going to attempt to restart today. Oh no, those are helicopters, that's not thunder. Funny. Skydiving from helicopters is getting big here on the beach. So yes, natural gas. Want to look at this model. Beginnings of a first gen from a student. Second thing is I started first gen on a Bitcoin related I want to look at. And by the end of the week, I want to have the other Bitcoin relateds done for a total of 3 or 4 by the end of the week. Done first gen kind of feel for them. To get past a first gen, you got to get at least your 30, 60 time frames done, if not all your time frames, back tested 60 months. Just the basic model. Okay, so I'm back to my buy BC, 66, 67, AMD, I'm getting close to my buy point. And classic Kurt style, I'm struggling a little bit, but the market's really screwy right now. Kind of trader I am, technical trader, and screwy markets, predictable markets, man, I can hammer down and, you know, I was going to say like nobody else, but that's not true either, but I can make my money. Okay, so this is Chris's model, and we were looking at the other day and it looked good. Let's just get rid of these other indicators on here and see how it looks. So in today's trade, now this is what I added, correct? I believe I added that while I was talking and that while I was talking and looking at other stocks. If in fact I did, it worked. It really worked. Well, it doesn't matter if I added it or Chris did. I'm sure I did. But look at that pop out of the quad wall. Now it hit the mid quad resistance and did come off shortly after. Now when you get that much momentum, you can expect an overshoot to the upside or downside, depending on where it's going. It did respond to that 20 MA, which is interesting. Oil wouldn't do that. It's interesting that natural gas would. I don't know if that's a fluke or that's really curious. Anyway, so it overshot the mid quad. You know, if you built out the whole quad, it would look like this. And so that's typical with serious momentum like it got. You know, so you'd have a scenario somewhat like this. I'm a little bit concerned about these quads, the fact that they're not coming together properly. I'm not too sure how he did this. I'm going to have to look closer at his model. But it's responding, like it responded there, it responded here, here, up in here, almost got into your mid quad, which is fine. Responded here, the quad wall. Really responded there, responded here. You have to watch it live to see how it responds, and it's responding in here. So I think he's got it. I think he's nailed it. I can't tell you relative how natural gas has been trading, but I can tell you with oil, it's been a disaster, like one big anomaly for weeks. I mean, it's still trading in the model, of course, but holy cannoli. So I think Chris has got it. Now, he's got a back test at 60 months. He's got to at least get it on the 30 and the 60. But it looks like the 30 is the one. It'd be nice to get it on different. It would be nice to get it on different time frames for sure, and 60 months back. So yeah, hopefully Monkey will settle down here right away. Sorry about that. A little hard to focus when you got a few trades going in, Monkey at the same time. Just watching this here, this conversation in the public chat room. It's pretty awesome. That was classic. Sorry, I'm off topic again. Come on, computer, like really? So we're getting close to 3 o'clock. It's 2:29, and my trades aren't exactly on my side, but they're small trades, but still. Nobody likes to lose. I don't like to be a loser. Even if it's small. This is funny. Therefore, intelligent diversions not saying, I hope you make a profit. He's using the algorithmic model. It's not a hope. For me, it is at the moment. Finally, someone that admits it. Anyway. Okay. So bottom line is AMD. I should hit this sucker right now. That's what I should be doing, but I'm not going to because it's trading like absolute turdish. VVC. I thought we were going to get a breakout there. It didn't. Went off a few cents, you know, nothing serious. This is, you know, like Quarterrock says, grocery money. And then we got natural gas, so I'm impressed. Very impressed. Very, very impressed. It's being cradled there in inverse apex. It's exactly what it should do. See how the apex worked, see how the side, right apex, right apex. Here it didn't quite cradle, but it doesn't matter. I mean, it's not going to be perfect. It's another indicator, right? So I love it. On DM, so I can open this on, I can look at my, I can't look at my items on the screens. Oh, here. I'll do it on my phone or one of my other monitors. Look at that technology. DM. Let's see. No, that's a very bad idea, Reed. Terrible idea. Anyway, no, we're not looking at the Bitcoin model. I'll explain that to you later, Reed. It's just I have limited time. It's 2:32, and yeah, we got to get stuff done here. We actually have to get a class. No problem, Reed. Yeah, anyway, sorry guys. What a distracted day. Don't shoot yourself in the foot when you're frustrated, Kurt. Keep your finger away from the trigger. Okay, don't do anything. Natural gas, we know that this looks great. Chris has some work to do, but it looks fantastic. Bitcoin, we're not going to show Bitcoin right now because we have other stuff we got to get into here real quick to finish out our schedule. And we have others to finish by the week. This weekend, I am in the Bitcoin model. And I'm most pumped about the Bitcoin model of all models, pardon me, including Epic. I am more pumped about Bitcoin model than any of them because of the margin, the width, the profit potential, ROI of it. So I am as excited as Reed. Where are we here? Where did that model go? Wow, are there distractions today? They're everywhere. DXY, that's good though. We're starting to get active markets, which means we're going to start making money or losing money soon. Oh, look at that aim point. There we go, BTSC, this is what I was looking for. No need to apologize, Reed. Very few people have to apologize to me. I'm pretty hard on people. Just don't know how to say things properly. Sorry, those are a bunch of inside joke statements. But I struggled with that. I still do. No, you idiot. Shut up. Where are we here? Come on, Kurt, focus. Okay, here's a Kurt model. Kurt models don't always work the first time. In fact, Kurt has to work harder than most people to get anything done. Kurt's not that can-do, is when he's got something, he's really got it. This alarm here has got to be deleted. Anyway, when I get things, I get them like very few others do. But like any of us, I have my own way. I don't know, does it look like it's working? So mid quad, yes, worked. Left quad, not much happened. That doesn't mean anything. Left quad, lots happened. Left quad in momentum, yes. Mid quad, resistance, yes. Left quad with a spike, yes. Mid quad, resistance, yes. Comes off, rides the line on the quad, yes. mid-quad support, and it hasn't really done anything since I did it. So I think this is kind of like the area where I did it. This is on the 60, so it's not on the 30. This has to be on the 30. There was homework that came in. I'm not going to show any of it right now because I haven't asked people for their approval. Not that I asked Chris, but Chris had already shown it. So by default, he kind of gave me the right to do that without permission. This isn't going to play out for a while. The homework I'll take a look at tonight again and see if some of those are playing out. But it's the 30 that you should be doing the homework on. If you're interested in me taking a look at it, and if you have any questions about the modeling and stuff, I do expect some homework. Like if you're engaging this process, it's probably the best way to put it. That's too bad. Mine's going to be back tested too. I mean, it's got to go back 60 months, but we can't go back 60 months. That's a problem with this. That is going to be a problem. But it does look right. But the 30, you know, if you can get a 15 too, like a tighter time frame, that'd be nice too. If anybody wants to work on a 50. Okay, so that's mine. So let's go back to natural gas really quick. This one needs work. I'll look at the homework tonight. AMD, how we doing? There's the pop I was looking for. So it's right up to VWAP. It's crawling on the ceiling. I don't know if you've ever poltergeist, but that's what it's doing. It's crawling the ceiling. So it's got some resistance levels. It's got the 200 on the one, VWAP. So it's using the 200 as support, VWAP as resistance. It's got a very important fib here and another fib there, and then it's got some open field. So if it gets to 1226, I shall hit it. Now I don't know why it backed off when it did. I could probably figure out why, but I am not going to right now. Come on, AMD. This should be a conviction play, and I shouldn't be worried about it. It's over the 200. This one I'd sure like to add into. Okay, natural gas. So what you guys may want to do, well, really should be Chris that does it. You guys may want to, like, if you want to get involved in modeling this one with Chris, you may want to ask him if he wants you to do the 60-minute on it. I can't take over ownership of this and start delegating or requesting people do homework on it. It's not mine, it's Chris's. So, you guys, if you wanted to, you could. There is a problem with this model. Like, this is a problem. See how those fibs don't come together? There's something with these lines. So maybe maybe that's how he solved it. There's something funky about this, hey? Do you guys see that problem? So this blue line here and this blue line here. Something's funky about this. It's interesting. But this is undeniably working. Weird. See, I know with our S&P model, like, it's really odd this way. It's on 5 different time cycles. Time frames. Why is that like that? That's a question for Chris. I think he starts work when I start masterclass. Good thing I'm recording right now. Something's going on there. But it's working. That's the interesting part. Why am I confused? I'm not sure. Okay, so let's just, I'm pretty excited about this model. Natural gas would be really cool to have modeled. Yeah, it's working. Natural gas doesn't trade perfect, but it's working. You can see it. That is awesome. It does, the thing about natural gas is it responds to MAs too. This model is working. Wow. That's super cool. So this will be interesting into the targets, and which, by the way, targets and channels and stuff we got to do before. We have 10 sessions left. This week we're going to focus on models, and then the week after we're going to focus on the targets and maybe stocks. Black box you got to be kind of careful with. Okay, so AMD's off again. If you were going to trade natural gas right now, so the way I trade with the models is I trade a conventional chart and the model, right, side by side. That's how I win my oil. So, AMD, come on. Hurry up. VWAP. Got elected VWAP. Not even surprised. I was going to sell there, but whatever. BBC, nice. Here we go. This should do it. This should seal it, at least until whatever news comes out. Natural gas. Okay. And conventional natural gas chart. First I need, oh yeah. Nope, that won't work. This should work. Boy, my trading has been choppy lately. Get into trading choppy trading. Go paper trading or go small like I've been doing. Because it's either your process or the market, one of the two, right? Doesn't matter whether it's the process or the market, it's not working for you. Oh, shoot. Well, it doesn't really matter. I'm going to bring this out on the daily for a sec. It's just going to be messy. Might not work for me. Well, let's go like this. TradingView, there's a lot I found. Maybe it's just me. Crazy. That's awesome. You need training. There's people out there that'll teach you. This one's a mess. Okay, so natural gas on the daily is caught in all its MAs. Interesting chart though. Very tough to trade with conventional. This is why that this looks a lot like the oil chart, doesn't it? That's why it's nice to have a model. Okay, so on the daily, it's under 100, under the 100, above 50. Let's get these indicators up for a sec. You just have to get some training, Trace. There's people that'll train you. You just need a quick class. Okay, so if I was going to trade, I know that it's under my 200, so that makes me nervous. Squeeze momentum's up though. MACD's up too. So it's moderately bullish at 200. Even though it doesn't use conventional indicators nearly like others would. So on the intraday on the 60, definitely reacts to its MAs. Not perfectly, but you can see it reacting to them. So as I do with oil, what I do with oil is I bring it on the tightest time frame I can, and then I move it up from there once it starts confirming. So when I'm ready to trade, I'll trade on the 1, 3, or 5, and then as my trade gets going, I'll bring up the time frame. And all I'm looking for on oil is, on a tight time frame, is it holding the 200? Where's my stock RSI, my MACD, and my squeeze momentum? So I'm looking at those and then bringing it up, right? And I'm not really looking at my MAs, because the MAs on oil, So the same thing's going to happen with natural gas to a point, right? You just kind of have to learn. But I don't really pay much attention to the MAs when I'm doing this with a model, trading with a model. So right, natural gas is in what we call the inverse apex. It's about to test a quad wall. It didn't really react to this. I mean, it did. That's a nice handle. Went from the bottom of the inverse apex to the fib, which is at minimum what you would expect specifically in that width. But if you're going to get big width, this is typically where it's going to happen. Now, it doesn't always happen in there. There's different reasons for it happening inside of the model, but the point is that as soon as it's leaving this quadrant, like it's got a time deadline of the 22nd at 10:08 p.m. CST or UTC. So, you need a different time zone here, but you guys can do that. We are in New York, wherever that is, Eastern. Well, that's awesome. What did I just do? Anyway, it doesn't matter. You guys can set it. But it's coming soon. These are 3-minute candles. There's only room for 3 or 4 more candles in there, so a couple hours. So the point is it's leaving soon. So I normally wouldn't take the trade here. I'd wait for it to leave either down or up. And if it goes down, then I have an idea where it's going. Now, I've realized from this model that it really responds to the mid quad, which is this here. So what I would be doing is I'd be watching it leave the quad, see if it uses the mid as support. Is it using the mid every time? Or is it just using it on the grays? See, maybe. You have to go back and look, do the Sesame Street thing. See. So I could see how it handles when it leaves it. And then I would trade it based on that, right? So whenever it finds support, like say at the mid, then go. And you go based on it got a bounce off the mid or it used the mid as resistance or a quad wall. And you're looking at your natural gas chart, and your natural gas chart, like say it was long, your squeeze, you know, trends up, your MACD trends up, your stock RSI trends up, and try and trade at least on the 5-minute, if not on a wider time frame. But right now, natural gas is saying indecisive, which totally coordinates with the fact that it's getting to the end of a decision here. So you'll see on the models when it gets tight and there's a decision coming up, your indicators will get really tight. Where it go? So like here, so you see how the trade's getting tight, your indicators are getting tight, MACD's indecisive. Well, that totally corresponds with the model. So that's another thing to look for. So there's no doubt this model's working. No doubt at all. And it kind of doesn't surprise me that it's on 30 like oil. So basically, you wait for it to leave the quad, which is in the next couple hours at most. It gets Momo up or it gets Momo down. Watch for support. If it loses the mid, you know that it's always going to chase, you know, the highest width, right? Either here or here. Now, it doesn't always do that, but at least you know where your resistance is in the model. But it did here. I mean, it chased it down hard here. So it's typical. Chase the bottom quad there, the upper, the bottom. Used the mid quad here as support. Sorry, I called that apex a mid quad before. See, here's the lower inverse, the upper, mid quad as support. This one's a little divergent. Upper. See how that works? So it just becomes another indicator that really helps you through your trades. And, you know, with oil, it's taken me right up, you know, near 97% or whatever success rate. Yeah, I like it. So that's the bottom line. So if anybody wants to help Chris, that'd be great. On my model that I showed you guys there, anybody that wants to do 30, great. I'll look at the whole tonight. This week we'll model the rest of the Bitcoins related that I've been looking at. And this weekend I'll look at and go through in great detail with Reed, the Bitcoin model. Reed, you have to make sure you get all that back testing done. And then next week, we're going to get in the models that we have built, we're going to get targets and channels and all those kind of fun indicators. Okay, super cool. Any quick questions? Because we got 3 minutes. Wow, nice. Okay. well. You guys have a great night. I'm going to leave the trading room open. I'm going to get to my meeting, and then I'm going to go to the beach. I'll be back at 7 o'clock tonight.